All right, greetings everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, and also look out for the live stream at Sunday night, right at 7 p.m. Jamaica time. Sunday, July 19, 2020. Look out for the live stream. All right, let's go through this paper. This is the last multiple choice that I'm working out, because I will not be able to do any more before Tuesday for the exam, because I will have to be preparing for the live on Sunday night, right? The live stream on YouTube. Follow my other YouTube channel, that's Corey Fences on YouTube. So I'm going to do 36 questions from this. I'm not sure if I will be able to do the rest of the paper, but you guys just have to work with this 36. Right, I'm going to go through as quickly as possible because a student sent me this, and because I promised to work through it, I'm going to do some of the questions because I'm tired now. All right, number one says, a child is a member of a single parent family household when A, the child resides with one parent only, B, the grandmother shares the responsibilities for his or her upbringing, C, the mother works to help support the family, or D, the father lives in a different home, right? It's a single parent family when A, the child resides with one parent only. 2 says, which of the following would most likely result from a parent's inability to provide for the family? 1, conflict among family members. 2, loss of self-esteem. 3, dislike for religious activities. Answer is 1 and 2 only, that's A. Number 3. A small boy tells his mother, I want to do it by myself. Which social need is the child expressing in the above statement? A, affection. B, belongingness. C, identity. D, independence. Answer is D, independence. 4, which of the following would undermine the authority of parents in a home? This is a repeated question. A, inconsistency in rewarding and punishing children. B, allowing children to participate in family decision making. C, setting and enforcing clear rules for conduct. And D, giving cash allowances to adolescents' family members. Answer is A, inconsistency in rewarding and punishing children. That would undermine the authority of parents. Number 5 says, population density of a country will increase if the A, death rate is high and the birth rate is low. B, birth rate is high and the death rate is high. C, death rate is low and the birth rate is low. D, birth rate is high and the death rate is low. Answer is D, birth rate is high, the death rate is low. Number 6, monogamy is the accepted form of union in the Caribbean mainly because A, there are equal numbers of men and women. B, women have always demanded equal rights. C, the region has been influenced by the Christian religion. Or D, experiments with other forms of marriage have failed. C, the region have been influenced by the Christian religion. Number 7, which of the following is not a function of educational and religious institutions? A, providing socially correct ways of living. B, transmitting culture to the young. C, giving a sense of identity to citizens. Or D, making just laws to suit society's needs. Answer for 7 is D, making just laws to suit society's needs. That is not a function of educational and religious institutions. The institution that is responsible for making laws is government. Number 8, a budget as a surplus when expenditure is, we know that expenditure is expenses, right? So there's a surplus, more than enough, when expenditure is A, greater than revenue, B, equal to revenue, C, less than revenue, D, sufficient to finance development. Answer for number 8 is C, less than revenue. Number 9, which of the following is not a characteristic of formal groups? A, clear lines of authority. B, unwritten rules. C, division of labor. D, communication network. Answer for number 9 is B, unwritten rules. That's not a characteristic of formal groups. All the other 3 are characteristics of formal groups. Formal groups actually have written rules. Item 10 is based on the following passage. Unemployment and hard economic conditions have forced both parents in some Caribbean families to migrate, leaving an elder son or daughter to care for the younger brothers and sisters. Which of the following problems is least likely to affect the younger brothers and sisters? A repeated question again. A, low achievement at school. B, breakdown in discipline in the home. C, lack of opportunity for peer group interaction. Or D, lack of adult role models in the home. Answer is C, lack of opportunity for peer group interaction. Item 11 refers to the following statement. It may take approximately 2 centuries to repair the damage that man has done to the ozone layer. Which type of pollution is described in the statement above? A, air, B, land, C, noise, D, water. Answer is A, air for number 11. Number 12. Which of the following best explains the promotion of family planning in the Caribbean? A, to ensure a balance in the numbers between male and female babies in the population. B, to allow persons to have sexual relationships with chosen partners. C, to give parents control over the number and spacing of the birth of their children. Or D, to teach parents to supervise activities of children. Answer for number 12 is C. Number 13. An improvement in the standard of living in a country is most likely related to A, rapid growth in shantytown settlements, B, labor force that is healthier and more productive, C, rise in the cost of goods and services, or D, sharp increase in the birth rate. Answer for number 13 is B, labor force that is healthier and more productive. Number 14. The most likely reason why regional governments have imposed restrictions on the importation of certain foodstuff is to A, develop production and encourage the use of more local food. B, control the eating habits of people in the region. C, begin to put the unused estate lands to better use. D, promote more equitable food distribution in the region. Number 15. Sorry, I didn't give the answer for number 14. Sorry. The answer for number 14 is A, develop production and encourage the use of more local food, right? That's the most likely reason why regional governments have imposed restrictions on the importation of certain foodstuff. All right. So number 15 is based on the following table. So look at the table closely. So we see the countries. So item 15 refers to the following table, which shows the number of persons migrating from country X from 1992 to 1995. So one side of the column says countries migrated to, and the year. So it's from 1992 to 1995. So they show the countries that persons migrated to from country X: USA, Canada, United Kingdom, Caribbean, and other Caribbean countries. Then 15 says, according to the information given in the table, most people migrated from country X during the year of, look at the years, A, 1992, B, 1993, C, 1994, D, 1995. If we look, we see that most persons migrated in 1994. So it's 1,300 compared to the others, 1,050, 400, and then 100. Right, so it's 1994. Number 16 now. Which of the following is least likely to be affected by overpopulation in a country? A, pattern of land use. B, access to secondary education. C, provision of social services. Or D, participation in religious activities. Answer for number 16 is D, participation in religious activity. 17, after the crop is harvested, most of the young people in the village have no jobs until crop time comes around again. The type of unemployment described above is best described as A, cyclical, B, seasonal, C, structural, D, technical. This is easy. So the answer is B, seasonal for number 17. 18 now says, which of the following persons would be considered to be unemployed at the time a census is taken? Who would be unemployed at the time that a census is taken? Is it A, John, an 18-year-old school leaver who is looking for a job? B, Martha, a 70-year-old retired librarian? C, Cecil, a 40-year-old school teacher who is on his long summer vacation? Or is it D, Shanta, a 35-year-old mechanic who is hospitalized following an accident at work? would be considered unemployed in a census? It would be A, John, an 18-year-old school leaver who is looking for a job. Looking for a job, likely he's unemployed. Number 19, which of the following characteristics of a population would be recorded in a census? 1, voting preference. 2, age. 3, sex. We know that in a census, voting preference is not collected. That is not usually stated. So the answer for number 19 is 2 and 3. Age and sex is collected in a census. So it's 2 and 3 only. So the answer for 19 is C. 20 now says a national police force has a responsibility for A, making laws, B, enforcing laws, C, amending laws, D, announcing laws. Main duty of the police, B, enforcing laws. 21 says, which of the following would most likely result from unemployment in a country? So what will happen as a result of unemployment in a country? 1, waste of human resources. 2, inflation. 3, creation of social problems. Or 4, increased emigration. You know that emigration, that's EMI, exit, persons are leaving to live elsewhere. So inflation has nothing to do with unemployment, really. So it's 1, 3, and 4 only. So waste of human resources, creation of social problems, and increase in immigration. So it's 1, 3, and 4. So the answer is C for 21. 22. Which of the following may be described as high-risk behavior in terms of catching the virus that causes AIDS? 1, having unprotected sex with many partners. 2, living in a house with someone who has AIDS. 3, sharing needles to use illegal drugs. We know that if you live with somebody who has AIDS, you can't catch it unless you have some exchange of certain body fluids with that person, right? So it's 1 and 3 only. Having unprotected sex and sharing needles to use illegal drugs. So it's 1 and 3 only. So the answer for 22 is B, 1 and 3 only. 23 now. Which of the following are society's reasons for putting criminals in prison? 1, to reform them so they may eventually rejoin the community. 2, to discourage others from committing similar crimes. 3, to prevent them from continuing to commit crimes. Or 4, to allow crime victims to get revenge. So it's everything except for to allow crime victims to get revenge. No, that's not why we put persons in prison. It's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So 23 is A. 24. The concepts of push and pull factors are associated with, this is easy, A, pollution of the environment, B, migration of people, C, development of resources, or D, unemployment patterns. Answer for 24 is B, migration of people. That's pretty easy. 25. Which of the following does not refer to the family as an economic unit? A, the family produces all its own goods and services. B, the family goes to church together. C, the family earns money to purchase its basic needs. D, the family saves and spends wisely. So we know that economic relates to the exchange of money. So the answer for 25 is C. The family earns money to purchase its basic needs. That's the economic function of the family. 26 now says, on average, a baby born in country X in 1996 will live for 50 years. The statement above refers to A, family planning, B, overpopulation, C, life expectancy, or D, postnatal care. Answer for 26 is C, life expectancy. 27 now. The introduction of a curfew is most likely to affect freedom of A, movement, B, thought, C, the press, D, religious worship. Curfews affect freedom of A, movement. 28. The process by which a child learns how to behave is known as A, personalization, B, socialization, C, cooperation, D, indoctrination. Answer is B, socialization. 29. Discussing national issues and voting at elections are ways by persons can A, exercise their rights as citizens, B, ensure that their party remains in power, C, show respect for the authority of the government, or D, show that they are law-abiding citizens. Answer for 29 is A, exercise their rights as citizens. Now let's go on to question 30. A body of principles and rules defining the relationship of the government to the people is referred to as A, constitution, B, cooperation, C, federation, D, institution. Answer for 30 is A, constitution. The difference between the number of people who migrate from a country and the number of people who emigrate, is known as A, natural increase, B, local population, C, fertility rate, or D, net migration. Answer for 31 is the net migration. Now let's go to 32. Which of the following is most widely used as a source of energy in the Caribbean? A, the sun, B, the wind, C, petroleum, D, the water. Though we have sunshine right around the year and we have windy periods too, the most widely used form of energy is C, petroleum. 33. After Lloyd's father died, Lloyd invited his mother to live with his wife, his two sons, and himself. The new family structure would be termed as A, extended, B, nuclear, C, single parent, D, joint family. New family is A, extended, because his mother joined, so that is more than 2 generations, now 3 generations, so that is an extended family. 34. Which of the following are not part of the natural environment of a country? A, rivers, B, roads, C, animals, D, mountains. Pretty easy. Your answer is correct. B, roads are not a part of the natural environment because that was created by man and not by nature or God. 35. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the extended family? Think about what the extended family is. A, and find what is not. So 3 are and 1 is not. So you need to find the one that is not. A, individual members are provided with a secure environment. B, the aged are regarded as a family responsibility. C, the cultural traditions are handed down more easily. Or D, parents alone are responsible for childcare. Answer is D, parents alone are responsible for childcare. That is not a characteristic of an extended family. Right? Grandmothers are usually there, and aunts and uncles, cousins help out with childcare as well. Final question that I am doing right now is question 36. A country's roads, bridges, and sewage system are aspects of a country's A, infrastructure, B, non-renewable resources, C, natural resources, D, renewable resources. Those things are part of a country's A, infrastructure. All right, guys, that's it for now. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to my other YouTube channel, Corey Fences, and look out for the live stream Sunday night, July 19 at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Thank you again. Remember to watch the ads as well. Watch the ads.